When something isn't working in your team, it can feel like a chaos. Deadlines slip, people get frustrated. You fix one thing and two more break, and in those moments, it's hard to know where to even start. I remember feeling that way too until I discovered a simple way to look at any problem. A lens that suddenly made everything make sense. There are only four levers you can pull to improve your team, and your real job as a manager is not to pull all of them at once. It's to know which one to pull right now. Everything that happens in an engineering team, every success, every struggle, falls into one of those four areas. Think of them as lenses. Each lens helps you diagnose what's really going on. Let's go through them and I will show you examples of how I use each one to understand and help my team. If you only remember one thing from this video, remember this one. Because people are your raw material. They are the product you build as a manager. When something feels off, communication gaps, motivation drops, missed commitments, it's usually not about process or tools, it's about people. Ask yourself, do they understand their goal? Do they know what's expected of them? Do they feel confident in how to get there? I once had a developer who kept missing delivery dates. After digging into the problem, it turned out to be a procrastination. Why did he procrastinate? The project was too unstructured. He simply didn't know where to start. We sat together and decomposed the work, defined the first few clear, concrete tasks, and just that, structure and clarity, turned stress into momentum. No performance management, no pressure, just helping him to see the path. And that's people level, understanding what each person actually needs to do their best work. Now, sometimes it's not the people, it's how work flows between them. If your team is full of capable developers, but progress keeps stalling, you might be dealing with process friction. Are priorities clear? Do we know who decides what and how? Is ownership distributed in a healthy way? Process is like the circulatory system of your team. When it gets blocked, even great people can't perform. I remember one project where my team was constantly waiting for code reviews from another team. Their team was understaffed and doing their best, but the queue kept growing, and frustration kept rising. Eventually, we sat down and agreed to move code ownership to our team. Once we could review and merge our own changes, the bottleneck disappeared almost overnight. Sometimes improving a process is not about adding another meeting or tool. It's about moving ownership closer to where the work happens. And that's a process lever. Let's talk product. This one often surprises engineering managers. We think product belongs to the product manager. But as an engineering manager, you are responsible too, because your team's energy follows meaning. If your engineers don't believe in why they are building something, you will see it. Low enthusiasm, endless debates, lack of urgency. It's amazing how motivation changes when engineers see who they are actually helping. I once showed our team a short customer video. A client talking about how our features saved them hours of manual work every day. After that, developers became noticeably more engaged. They started referring to what they had learned from that customer when discussing design trade-offs and priorities. Because now they understood what really mattered to their users. That context did not just motivate them, it improved their decisions. And that's the product level at work. And finally, the lever most managers come from: tech. When delivery slows down, we often reach for refactoring, new tools, or migrations. And yes, technology matters. But here is the trap. Tech problems are often symptoms of issues in the other three. If people don't trust each other, architecture debates never end. If process is unclear, no CI/CD pipeline will save you. If the product vision is fuzzy, engineers will over-engineer to fill the gap. So when you think it's a tech problem, pause and ask yourself, is it really tech? Or maybe trust or clarity or focus? When you fix the right root cause, you often don't need changes in tech. That said, technology is still critical to get right. As a manager, part of your responsibility is to establish solid engineering practices. Continuous integration and delivery, unit testing, code reviews, and sound software design. These aren't just about quality, they have a tremendous effect on motivation and confidence. When the team can deploy to production every day, they feel capable, safe, and proud of their work. When they can't release for a month, the energy slowly fades. A healthy tech foundation does not just support delivery, it sustains morale, and that's the technology level. Now, here is the catch. These four levers don't live in isolation. They are a system. Pull one too hard, and you will disturb another. If you over-optimize process, you will suffocate people. If you chase product outcomes too aggressively, you might burn out the team. If you focus only on technology, you will ship elegant systems nobody needs. So your role as a manager is to constantly balance the system, to sense where the bottleneck is and gently adjust. That's what separates busy managers from effective ones. Here is simple reflection you can use every week. Ask yourself four questions. First, does my team have clarity, trust, and energy? Second, does our flow help or hinder momentum? 3. Do we know why our work matters right now? And 4. Is our stack helping or slowing us down? Whichever question feels most uncomfortable, that's your next lever to pull. Because discomfort is often a clue to where growth is waiting. When I mentor new managers, I tell them, you can't fix everything, but you can always choose your next lever. You don't need more control, you need more clarity. And clarity comes from seeing your team, not as a house, but a living system made of people, process, product, and technology. Next time your team feels stuck, don't rush into action. Just ask yourself, which lever am I ignoring? And start there. If this gave you a new lens for thinking about your team, take a moment this week to notice which lever you naturally pull first and which one you tend to ignore. That awareness alone can help you be calmer and more intentional leader. And see you in the next video.